Okay guys, we're gonna focus on some drills today that are wrapped around individuals that tend to hit a punch volley, but maybe don't move through it, maybe tend to pause a little too early at the point of contact. Maybe it's for a wide range of reasons, but we're gonna really focus on extending out, getting that easy pop, recognizing that extension is necessary. If you wanna get easy power, you really have to go out and get it, but we're not gonna get overextended. We talked about this, earlier on in the common tendency portion. If you make contact with your arm being too extended, it's like meeting a dead wall. There's not much power out there. So we talked about, meeting that second imaginary ball, but keeping your arm moving through contact. There's something to be said with sticking a volley as your arm moves through contact versus getting too extended. Kyle, things.
Yeah, I think specifically for people with a tennis background, this is, a subtle thing, but it makes a big difference. With tennis, if you were to just kind of flex your tricep and lock your wrist and have a good contact point, you're going to be able to get depth. But with pickleball, the ball doesn't travel quite as fast. It's not catapulting off those strings. So we want to be like that boxer, that analogy where if I'm going to punch Tyson, I want to have that elbow slightly bent, but I'm not going to punch him and pop back. I want to move through contact, right? So we want our contact point to be here, but we want to extend through contact after we hit to make sure we're getting that ball level, but getting that good depth on our volleys.
Okay. Think about the big technical nugget that made sense in the skills portion and focus on using that nugget in the drills here. Okay, guys, the first drill here today that we're going to focus on, Coach Kyle here is going to be acting as a teacher. He's going to be hand feeding. He's going to be cooperative with his hand feed. I will be the student. I will be working on having the correct technique with my forehand and backhand volley, keeping things nice and tucked in, and moving through the punch volley and not stopping. Keep in mind, if this drill is going to work, and if the teacher is going to feed it to the correct location, the teacher needs to toss it underhand, balls in the fingertips. Think about having light fingertip pressure as you toss.
And part of the reason, guys, so we're just going to go forehand here. Part of the reason we're using the wall here, okay, is we know that we want to push through contact, but we want to make sure that we're not gearing up with a big backswing, right? So if Tyson tried to take his elbows back for a big backswing, the wall's going to resist that, right? So if you can find a wall to do this, even better, even better. I'm going to have a nice light grip here, working on my own hands, being nice and fluffy.
See how the paddle's staying inside of peripheral, it doesn't leave peripheral. I know where the paddle's going to. We can go 10 on the forehand and 10 on the backhand.
Okay. Nice.
Same idea here. As far as direction, I'm leading with what? Leading with the knuckles, forehand side leading with the palm. So same focus as the dinks. And then we change roles, same idea, Coach Kyle. Okay. So I'm working on hand and eye coordination. I'm tossing, good athletic stance, beautiful. See how Kyle's at 10 o'clock. He's just slowly opening this up. Let's say if this was a book, it's like he's opening up one little page of the book. This would be opening up the whole book. Okay, you're just opening up one little tiny page there. Okay, short and sweet. It's like you're giving somebody a high five. Beautiful, there we go.
Notice what I'm doing with my shoulders as well, right? I'm not keeping my shoulders totally straight. As I open the book, if I just did that with my wrist, the ball's gonna go where? That direction. So watch what happens if I push my shoulders to the left just a little bit. I'm able to straighten my wrist out and go back, okay? So there's a lot of side to side movement with our shoulders when we're doing this drill.
And you may think that this is so simple and it doesn't have much meaning at all, but there's a lot of meaning behind him sliding sliding out of this dead space area, gaining space, and being able to hit a better ball. Show us what not to do.
Okay.
Ready here? Or
okay.
Perfect, okay? So he's sliding, he's gaining space. He's sliding and gaining space and utilizing that forehand. See how he slides, he gains space? Perfect. Versus taking it as a backhand and getting jammed. Perfect, beautiful. Okay? So we'll go both 10 on the forehand, 10 on the backhand, switch roles.